This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
Well, this is Bloody Happy Hour.
Welcome.
Welcome. This is Turn Up Tuesday, and you said it perfectly earlier. This is our headline highlights.
Yeah, it's like what's in the headline, what's in the news.
Yeah, we're just highlighting those, and so it's Caroline's turn. What's going on?
Okay, so we have a little Kohberger update because trial is starting in August.
Okay, hopefully.
I mean, it looks like it's a go. So we have little bits of info that keep coming out, like because it's supposed to be gag orders, so we don't know anything about anything. But there's been what the latest thing was that has come out is that there was a purchase of a black. I want to say baklava, but it's not. That's like a Czech food, but it's balaclava. So it's basically like one of those, like a ski mask thing. That, like it's like a black thing that goes over the top of your head all the way to your neck, but it has a little eye hole, like if you're skiing.
Oh, Sweepy has one.
Yeah, of course. So Kohberger purchased one from Dick's Sporting Goods in January 10th. Of 2022, same thing that the surviving roommate described as the person wearing during the murder.
Kohberger, don't worry about it, Kohberger. It's a coincidence, just like the knife sheath,
just like
and
the
knife, and your ping cell phone location and your eyebrows. It's all a coincidence.
It's all a coincidence.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
It's gonna be okay. That's really all that is on Kohberger.
Come on, Kohberger. And then you can't produce it because you can't produce the knife or the knife sheath or the knife. Did he leave the knife at the crime scene?
No, there's no knife. They have not found a knife.
They just know that it was a K-bar knife by the
K-bar knife sheath. It's just like the little cover thing. Yeah. But they don't have the knife.
Right, but they said in the beginning it was K-bar knife by, I guess, the wounds on the body too.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And
obviously the sheath.
Yes, and that's where they found the DNA on the button of the knife sheath.
Yeah.
And everything else that came with it. But
it's okay. He went to
now he's autistic, and now has all this other symptoms, and they're like, well, how's the jury going to feel when he's just stoic? And because he
has autism, it's normal for kids with autism.
Know. Yeah, he's got so he just is stoic, and he's just so calm, and he's just, he does not move.
Wow.
I don't know, but anyway, we're gonna see.
Okay.
We'll see. Do you have the Riley strain and stuff?
All I saw was so Riley Strain was our Nashville, Tennessee kid that was on Broadway Street, and he was with his fraternity. I don't remember the fraternity name. Was it It wasn't Mississippi State. I can't even remember the college.
I don't know the college either, but the parents have filed a lawsuit against the fraternity.
Yeah. Because remember, it was a trip with the fraternity. They do that yearly.
Delta Chi fraternity. Family members Riley Strain, University of Missouri student who died in Nashville. They filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the fraternity and the Pledge Brothers. So I don't know how that works.
It's a part of the school, right? So it's an entity of the school. And just like these fraternities have been sued for hazing and for alcohol poisoning and for all of that, you're attached to this you're affiliated with the school. So this is a school sanctioned field trip, so approved and maybe paid for, sponsored. I don't know. So then your family's trusting you to go with this to the school sanctioned event where people are getting plastered. Mm-hmm. And then your fraternity brothers just let you get plastered and let you walk down Broadway Street by yourself while they kept on drinking, and you ended up
This says that
dead.
He texted his friends saying he was headed back to the hotel, but he never arrived. And then the autopsy says drowning and ethanol intoxication, and that his alcohol level was more than twice the legal limit. Ethanol?
That's alcohol.
It's just, alcohol. So he was just real drunk and like fell in the water. Do those lawsuits, I mean, do they ever go anywhere and work?
I mean, fraternities have like either shut down or have ceased because of lawsuits like this.
Okay, here we go. According to the lawsuit, Strain initially declined to attend the fraternity's annual formal trip to Nashville in 2024, but ultimately agreed to continue due to peer pressure. The lawsuit states that Strain boarded a charter bus from Columbia, Missouri to Nashville, where blah, blah, blah. They provided, the Delta Chi members provided beer and pre-made alcoholic Jello shots using vodka, well in excess of 15% ABV. And it says that he was offered multiple drinks despite the fraternity policies that should have been prohibited in such conduct.
So then there's the rule breaking right there.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see where that goes. Oh, well, I guess you got to do what you got to do. Moving on. I'm saving the best for last. Don't worry. We're gonna go to. Oh, let's do this one. This is a evil white couple adopted 5 black kids.
Oh, I think I might have saw this.
As their slaves.
Oh, I think I might have saw this.
So a white couple, they were convicted, and I guess they just had this trial. They were convicted in the mistreatment of their adopted black children, including locking them in the shed. Jeannie Whitefeather.
Oh, red flag.
I mean, and Donald Ray Lance, were convicted and found guilty of mistreatment of their adopted black children, including
anything with the middle name Ray is a red flag.
Anything with the middle name Ray, and if your last name is Whitefeather, I don't know if you're on a reservation or I don't know.
It's the only time it's not a red flag if it's on a reservation.
And so they charged on multiple counts of forced labor, human trafficking, and child abuse and neglect. The Whitefeather, the woman, was also charged with civil rights violations based on the race of the 5 siblings. So they're all siblings, 16, 14, 11, 9, and 5, basically using them as slaves. They adopted the kids and moved to a farm in Washington State in 2018, and they moved back to West Virginia in 2023. But 5 months into arriving there, they were arrested because the neighbors saw the Ray guy lock the oldest girl and the teenage brother in a shed and leave the property. An officer had to get a crowbar to get them out. Inside the main property, the 9-year-old girl was found crying, left alone with no protection from falling. I guess that it was like just you're in this loft with no railings. The kids were found in dirty clothes and they smelled bad. And the oldest boy was barefoot, had sores on his feet. Another child was with Ray, I'm gonna call him Ray, was with Ray, and eventually came home while the officers were there, and that's when they ended up finding the 5-year-old. Then they all went to Child Protective Services, which is not much better, but maybe it is. Last month, during the trial, I guess, the oldest daughter, who's now an adult, sued the couple, alleging severe physical and emotional abuse and neglect, which has her scarred permanently. During the trial, neighbors testified that they never saw the kids playing outside and that they watched the guy, Ray Lance, have them stand in line and do chores in the yard, including lifting heavy items. And the neighbors said that the kids mainly stayed inside. The oldest daughter testified that they were forced to use their hands to dig in the ground. I don't know what they're digging for, but use their hands for digging. Also said that they were cussed out all the time, always using racist language. The daughter said that the woman gave her preferential treatment of the youngest child. So the oldest child is testifying, saying that the youngest child got the best treatment. I mean, I don't know what, maybe she fed her food, I guess. But they were mostly fed a steady diet of peanut butter sandwiches at scheduled times, or they got leftovers. They were forced to stand in their rooms for hours with their hands on their head. Like, what is this?
Oh, my goodness.
The oldest girl and the boy shared a room, and they were forced to sleep on the floor, and they used a bucket to go to the bathroom and held up a sheet for privacy.
Gosh. They need to sell the...
White Feather received 215 years in prison.
Oh, my gosh.
And Donald Ray Lands got 160 years. White Feather will be eligible for parole after 40, and the Ray Lands after 30.
So in the testimony, she must have been the worst. Or he ended up turning against her.
Must have, yeah.
Because she got more time.
She must have been the worst. She probably, she didn't.
And a lot of times, usually the women usually are. In these like couple abuse situations. But the girl that's suing the parents, she ain't gonna get shit out of that. Like, they're probably gonna declare indigent and they're gonna be in jail. She ought to sue the damn foster care company or adoption agency. You sue the entities that are tied to it.
Who knows? Maybe, well,
that's woman, girl, if you are listening to this, woman, young lady, you need to sue them and they can be responsible, because there really should be like maybe some follow-up. I don't know how long they were doing it. So should it be a red flag when a white couple adopts all black kids? Because I have a friend that did that. Do we need to go? And they did move to a farm for a little while.
Oh, no. Yeah. You might need to check up on them. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I would send the article to him and say, I'm coming.
Yeah, I think it says evil white couple treated adopted black children as slaves and locked some in the shed.
My gosh.
Yeah, you go ahead and send that to her. Let's take a trip to Utah. We have this lady who was secretly plotting her friend's murder for 5 years. Okay.
Oh, God.
On August 12, 2024, a 911 got a call from a guy who said that his niece was struggling to breathe and she had suffered from major health issues. Her name was Casey Terry. Her nurse, which was also her best friend, alleged, was 47-year-old Megan Sundwall. She spells her name Meggan. Red flag.
Too many red flags.
I know.
Nurse.
And a nurse. And she, whenever the uncle was calling 911, she was like, no, don't call 911. She has a DNR.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Well, first responders arrived because he'd already called 911. And Megan is over here like, no, don't do anything. She has DNR.
Mm-mm.
And they're like, They looked around and they saw I don't know if a diabetic needle is a bigger issue than a needle. If a needle and a diabetic needle is different, I don't know. But they saw a diabetic needle, which was a red flag, and took her immediately to the hospital because she was not responding.
Oh, because maybe she's in a diabetic coma?
Okay, just... Once they arrived at the hospital, they noticed that her blood sugar was dangerously low. It was at 14. And a low reading is 40. Like that's like really, really low. So 14 is like 14. Like beyond low.
Wow.
Okay. And it was the weird thing is that Casey, the girl, was not diabetic.
Lordy.
She was actually completely healthy. the autopsy showed, so she's not diabetic and she ends up dying 3 days later. She's 30 years old, 38 years old, and she dies 3 days later.
Okay.
Her autopsy showed that her death was due to an overdose of promethazine, along with, which I think is like a pretty strong sedative, and then with insulin and other drugs. So it showed that Casey did, and Megan had also said that Casey had cancer. That's why she was giving her these other drugs.
Okay.
Other drugs. So it showed that she didn't have cancer, the autopsy. She had no medical conditions, and she had a clear medical history. And they also found that she did not have a DNR.
Why would she have a DNR? If
And
she's not sick or in the hospital.
So there was no evidence. There was no evidence that she self-administered insulin. But that her levels were tested 19 times over the past 10 hours. But she never administered it to herself because her best friend nurse did. Because she had cancer. So she thought she had cancer and she was diabetic. I don't know. So the reason this is coming back up is because this happened August 12th, 2024.
Just now.
I feel like that was just now. Well, then in just now in March, they find a bunch of text messages that were had been deleted from this Megan girl's phone. 28,000 to be exact. And it was between Megan and Casey. And the text started in December 2019, and it showed that Megan had been convincing Casey that she was very, very sick, and she was trying to convince Casey that she should just kill herself, and she could use insulin to do it. And so Megan says, I can give you insulin over and over until it works, and give you doses so it'll actually stay low and you can pass. Megan also told Casey that she was struggling financially.
Oh.
And then
don't say there's an insurance policy.
And she was listed as the beneficiary to a $1.5 million insurance policy that Casey had. And on March 20th, 2025, so yesterday.
Just now.
Yeah.
Right now,
Megan was arrested and charged with first-degree felony aggravated murder and third-degree felony obstruction of justice. And you know what? She also found out there's no $1.5 million insurance policy. There's not even an insurance policy. She had this whole plot of 5 years of killing her friend who she thought had this big, huge insurance policy for nothing.
So they're both lying to each other.
Sounds like it. Megan remains in Utah County Jail awaiting her next court appearance.
So did Casey let her inject her?
Yeah. I mean, I guess Megan convinced her that she was sick.
We could probably do that to you, Caroline.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. It don't take much. That would not even be a challenge. Don't do it because it would not be a challenge. Do not. Don't even do it.
Somebody sent you a pharmacy and you already done ordered all these drugs to this pharmacy.
I know. I mean, it helped me get over what I think I had sore throat, strep throat. I don't know.
Somebody told you had
Cleared
strep throat and sent you this pharmacy.
Nope. I did. I already ordered it 3 months before I even used it. Hell.
I'm playing.
That is
horrible.
I know. You want me to tell you what's even worse?
Another one?
Oh. Sherry Papini.
Oh. Yeah.
So, in case y'all forgot who Sherry Papini is, which, I mean, it should be ingrained in your head by now. She's out of Southern California, and in 2016, she left her house to go on a run, and she disappeared. So, we had a missing white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's married with 2 kids. Everybody's searching for her, searching. About a month and a half later, she shows back up, beaten, bruised. She got a broken nose. Her hair's chopped off. And
she said Guadalupe and Maria's.
Yes, she said Guadalupe and Maria
kidnapped her.
Lesbian Mexicans kidnapped her with masks on.
Yeah.
And she was branded. She had branding on her shoulder.
And she heard Mexican music all the time.
The whole thing.
Fed beans and rice.
Beans and rice. And didn't even get no chips and salsa. And so this story gets better every time we tell it. And so she said she's kidnapped, but turns out she shows back up. Husband, everybody's like, oh, great, you're back. You're back. Oh, my gosh, a miracle. It takes like 4 years for them to finally figure out, based on some DNA, that actually this bitch was over here
with her Mexican boyfriend.
With her Mexican boyfriend, just doing it every night, every day. Probably got pregnant a few times, and she just wanted to get away.
Yeah, she needed a break,
and she went to Hobby Lobby, got this branding kit, branded herself, chopped off her own hair, broke her own nose.
With the hockey puck.
And did all this stuff self-inflicted.
So then she had to go to jail.
Then she was finally sentenced 18 months. Her husband filed for divorce. And did you watch the Hulu documentary that came out about it? Because I didn't. So. I don't know if it came out like last year or so, but it was called The Perfect Wife. Okay, so apparently they're now in this custody battle. I don't even know if you need to call it a battle. I don't know how it could be a battle, but the husband Keith has had custody of the 2 kids.
As he should.
They're 10 and 12 years old, but Sherry, now she wants to be more involved.
Yeah.
And pretend like none of this ever happened. She said, quote, she wants to seek reunification with one child and increased visitation rights with the other. Dad's fighting against it. During the Hulu doc, Keith, dad, said that the kids had opened up to him about some stuff that she had done to them.
Before?
Yes. So apparently she would get this, she soaked a rag in like alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, put it inside a baggie, and then had tied a string connected to the baggie around their neck like a necklace to make them inhale it so they would get headaches and start feeling sick and go to the hospital.
Why? So she could take care of them? So she was about to be a Munchausen mommy?
Yep.
No, bitch, you're crazy.
Yes.
Go nowhere near them.
And keep the gun. She's still not being honest with them about what happened because she is crazy.
Yeah, she is.
And she's just telling her husband that he's living in the past. Or not her husband, Keith. She's living in the past and that she does not want the kids watching the documentary.
Listen, she didn't just become crazy either.
Miss me with this. This is stupid.
I hate her.
Why are we even having a battle?
Judge.
I mean, come on.
Don't.
Bye. Goodbye. You're done.
Made him inhale alcohol. Oh my goodness.
What?
To get ahead.
And she only wants one kid. She only kind of wants one kid, and she really wants the other. Like, what? Which one does she want? I don't.
Sherry Papini, you're still the worst of them all.
You are still the worst.
But I am glad you did not become a Munchausen mommy and poison them. That you just.
I'm sure she was trying
lied about a kidnapping.
She was trying real hard to.
Wow, all the good news.
I know. I think that. Yeah, there was another shooting, but it's boring. That's a good one to end on.
Okay. Love it. Well, there's your headline highlights for the week.
BHH Quickie.
We will see you Thursday, and I have no idea where we were going because we have a guest storyteller because,
that's just what we do. I
was being real lazy. So tune in Thursday for Miss Jackie. Don't forget to
stay aware,
stay alive,
and always be DTF.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.